Okay, we're gonna go live stream. And
All right, great. All right. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
United States of America, and to the
Republic which stands
one nation,
one nation
under
under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
for all.
Great. Well, it is Tuesday, March 22nd, a little after 5. This is the Planning Board's regular meeting. For the record, we have Kay Lawson on the chair present, Larry Perrine, Ronald Reed. We have our alternate, Neil Slevin. We have Megan Toy, and we're waiting on Nat to join, but we can still go ahead without him because we have a quorum. So with that being said, the first item on the agenda is the minutes from the meeting on the 22nd of February. If I could get a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved. Oh, second.
Great. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Okay. Just really quickly, before we get started with the rest of the meeting, which should be fairly brief, I was just informed from Liz that probably in May, we're going to have to go back to the in-person meeting format. So just kind of put that on your calendars. And then the other item we talked about last time, but we haven't had anything really solid to send out yet, or we just haven't sent it out yet. But we are going to look at adopting some procedures for meetings for going forward that I think will be helpful in the coming, times with if there's, large applications coming through and a lot of public hearings. So I think we'll look to maybe Liz is going to send some of those over from what the other boards have adopted, and then we can circulate that to the boards, take a look, and then the next meeting talk about it a little bit. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah,
Good.
that's good.
All right, so the first item, or the next item on the agenda is a decision. And this is the lot line modification, 23 Suffolk Street, 8 Conrad and 9 Amity Street. The board should be familiar with this. The decision, we'd like to adopt it as written. It was circulated earlier. And then Kathy, anything to add about that?
No.
So I would ask then at this point, unless anyone has any questions, for a motion to adopt the decision as written.
Yeah, so moved.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Okay. The next item is new business. It's 100 Glover Street LLC. In this, the applicant proposes to subdivide the property. The current property is 64,513 square feet into 2 separate lots. One lot is 37,517 square feet, and the other lot is 26,997 square feet. At this point in the process, Kathy, do you want to let everyone know where we are in the process? And
Yeah, we had done a completeness review a while back and had identified some of the concerns were related to the existing improvements that are on the lot and the degree of nonconformity that a new lot would create. And so the applicant has come back with a revised subdivision that makes it clear that the intent is to remove all the existing structures on the property. So that having been clarified, there was also an environmental assessment form that indicated originally we didn't catch that it's in the archaeologically sensitive area. So the applicant has since provided a phase 1A/1B archaeological analysis. that has found no significant resources on site. And so that would not be an area of concern. So at this point, we have basically a complete application for the purpose of referrals, as well as for doing a secret coordination. It's recommended to do a secret coordination because all of the other boards can then rely on the secret determination of this board. And we can do that at the same time that we send out the referral letters. So we have more than 30 days from this week until the next planning board meeting. So that gives us enough time to do the lead agency coordination, either get responses back from other agencies or not, and then this board can assume lead agency status, and we'll have a part 2, part 3 EAF for next month and consideration for determination of significance. So, and then the next step would be to schedule a public hearing.
Okay.
So I guess at this point, I'm just, if everybody is okay with this, we will move ahead with the secret coordination letters and the referrals this week.
Yeah, so my inclination would be to direct you to do those things.
Yep.
And then it looks like, is Brian here for the applicant, or is it, I see Brian's on the call, but is there anyone here for the applicant?
Yeah.
Hi, yes, it's Bruce Anderson's here and Brian DeSessa for the applicant.
Got it. Okay.
So the only thing is, I believe I was reading, I mean, I guess if you're going to refer, that's up to the board, but just as a point of clarification, it was deemed an unlisted action. So it's not actually necessary, but it's at your discretion to do it if you so choose to. And so that's entirely up to you.
Just for the record, who's speaking?
It's Bruce Anderson.
Okay.
Bruce Anderson.
Okay, thank you.
So that's entirely at your discretion. If you do the coordination, you spend 30 days there, and then you're going to render you're going to take lead agency and render a declaration of significance. My only hope is that could be done in one meeting rather than two, because at that point you could schedule a public hearing, and that would be helpful to the applicant.
That's what Kathy proposed.
Yeah,
Right,
we're
Kathy?
lucky. I guess we're lucky in this way, is that in this month, we actually have 30 days between this until the 26th of April. So that helps with the SECRA time requirements. But as you said, it's an unlisted action. It's at the discretion of the board whether or not they want to do it as a coordinated review.
My inclination would be, based on what Kathy seemed to recommend, was to do it as a coordinated review. They're like, have the, other agencies take a look and then just go through the rest of the process.
That's entirely up to your discretion. We're happy to do that and follow the recommendations of Kathy, and just ask that for timing purposes, if we can do that all on the 30th day, which is after the next meeting, versus dragging that out, since it is unlisted and residential homes falling into type 2.
Okay,
No problem.
all right. And then, let's see, that's it for that's everything for today. So Kathy, we're directing you to do those things. And then if I could have a motion to adjourn the meeting
So moved.
in a second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So carried. All right. Thanks everyone for their time.
Have a good night. Great seeing everybody.
Take
See you
care.
next month.
Thanks.
See you,
Good
Brian.
night.
See you next month, everybody.
Bye, Macon.
Bye.
Well, Doris, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
How's
Have a
the
good
family?
night. The
You doing
family's
well?
doing excellent. Yes.